Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Big Four podcast. Today we are doing probably our most popular segment on this podcast year to year, and that is the Big Four bracket simulation. Famous for knocking number one overall seed Kansas out in the first game of the tournament a couple of years ago in the COVID year. And, it's always a lot of fun. So we can get it started. Do we want to start with the first four?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll start with the first four. We have a simulator. We'll have all three of our votes count. The fourth vote will go to the higher seed. And the simulator will tell us who's going to win the game. So let's, I don't know what you want to do for when the teams are the same seed.
Just leave it out.
Random.
Okay. We'll start with
a coin or something.
Or give it to the team that has the less amount of votes, so it evens it out.
All right.
Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, and Texas Southern.
Yeah, well, Texas A&M fans are mad that they got screwed out of a bid here, but they couldn't have two teams with the same naming because it impacts our bracket simulation. Because Mike's computer sees them as the same name, so I'm going to go with Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
All right. Alex is up next, so we'll give it to. I guess we got to do this first. We got to go through our picks. So you go, Chris.
I'm going to take Texas Southern. They usually find a way out of this game.
What
you
a
could
game.
do? Well, actually, I guess that won't matter later in the tournament. I was going to say you could give the vote to the team that's favored, but we won't know who's favored once we get later on.
Well, we can figure out what the Jet Pry thinks for a Jet Pry endorsed conference.
I can type it into the method.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Corpus Christi. So then the last vote goes to Texas Southern. All right, Corpus Christi wins 31.
Wow. So Texas A&M Corpus Christi will play Kansas.
We're off to a rousing start.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Indiana and Wyoming tomorrow at 9:10.
I've got Wyoming. I just think they're the better team.
I'm gonna roll with my Wyoming as well. I think Indiana's probably very disappointed they're in this game.
Indiana's the better team, so I'm gonna go with Indiana.
I would be disappointed if I was Indiana.
The last vote also goes to Indiana.
I mean, you had a better record than Michigan. You had a better conference record than Michigan, and you beat Michigan in the last game of the season.
And they beat Wyoming. Indiana wins 39.
Wow.
Indiana. We got two in the 30s. Maybe instead of 90s, they're stuck in the 30s now.
Indiana off to play St. Mary's. Okay. All right, let's go to the Wednesday games. Another great game, Bryant and Wright State.
This is actually intriguing.
It is a little bit intriguing. I'm going to go with Wright State, but Peter Kiss is probably the best player in the game.
Peter Kiss probably the best player in the tournament. I'm taking Bryant.
I will also take Bryant. So that means the last vote goes to Wright State. Wright State wins with an 83.
All right, State on to play Arizona. I'm sure they'd be favored in that one. All right, Notre Dame and Rutgers, the final first four.
I guess I'll go with Rutgers. I don't trust the ACC this year.
Rutgers.
I'm also going to go with Rutgers. So last vote goes to Notre Dame. And Rutgers wins with a 2 out of 100.
On to play Alabama is Rutgers. All right, let's get into the games here. We could go right in order of the time. Doesn't really matter. So we'll start with the first game of the tournament. First game of the first round. That's number 11 seed Michigan, number 6 seed Colorado State.
This is an intriguing game because Colorado State has been ranked for most of the year. They've played a relatively tough schedule for the Mountain West. But I like Michigan. They have more talent, I think, so I'll go with Michigan.
I'm going to take Colorado State in a blowout of epic proportions.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Michigan because, they're favored for a reason. They're the better team. They've been unlucky with the law of averages. They've lost some games they should have won, but yeah. And Colorado State's the higher seed, so they get the last vote. And Michigan wins with a
Okay.
12.
Michigan is on to the second round. Let's go with South Dakota State and Providence.
I mean, isn't Providence favored by like a point and a half?
Providence is -2.
Yeah, this is one of these games where like I feel like it should be an upset with South Dakota State winning, but at the same time, everybody's thinking that, so it won't happen. So I don't know, but I'll go with South Dakota State. I think Providence can't be. At some point, their luck has to run out. And South Dakota State's also on the longest winning streak in the country, I believe, at like 21 games or something like that.
Chris?
South Dakota State is a dreadful defensive team. That is what's going to keep Providence in the game. Providence will probably be trailing for most of the game, but they'll stay in it because South Dakota State can't defend, and Providence will do what they usually do and win and have no business winning.
I like Providence close. And they're the higher seed, so they get the last vote. And Providence wins.
All right, Providence into the second round. Third game here, Memphis and Boise State.
I've been going back and forth on this game when looking at the bracket because I think Boise State, Memphis has better wins and probably a better resume. Boise State has struggled against any team in like the top 30 of the either the Ken Palm or the net. I just can't trust Memphis. I'll go with Boise State.
Memphis has been playing great basketball. They're much better than a 9 seed. I'm going to take Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis. Boise State's the higher seed, so they get the last vote. Boise State wins with a 52 out of 100. That means it's going to be very close.
Okay. So they're on.
Mark that down on our bracket. Very close game.
Exactly.
So we got a good one here. The next one, Baylor and Norfolk State.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Baylor.
I'm going to take Baylor as well.
Yeah, I'm going to take Baylor. They get the last one because they're the higher seed. Baylor wins with a 47.
All right. So the first 1 seed, like the last time we did this, is not knocked out.
Well, we didn't get a 92 out of 100 that time, or
Yeah.
99.
All right. Longwood and Tennessee.
Tennessee's as hot as anybody in the country right now. They're playing as well as anybody in the country. Longwood they're an okay team, and we'd expect one of these 13 or 14 seeds to pull an upset somewhere, but I don't think Longwood's going to do it. I'm going to take Tennessee.
Yeah, I think Longwood could give them a decent game, but Tennessee's playing
I think
great.
it'll be close for the first half, probably.
Yeah. Tennessee's playing really well, and they should be a 2 seed. I'll take Tennessee.
This is going to be one of those games you look up at, you're watching another game, you look up in the upper right, you see Tennessee's up by 2 or 3 with a couple minutes left, but they'll pull it out. Last vote goes to Tennessee. Tennessee wins with an 83. So that means it's going to be close.
Did you see?
It's going to be
Longwood
close.
also.
Did you see Clay Travis ranting at Joe Lenardi on Twitter?
Yeah, well, it's his job to predict the bracket, not to tell you.
That's what I was about to say. The same thing.
Yeah.
Clay Travis was ranting at this guy for getting a prediction right when his
Yeah.
job
He
is
was
literally to predict.
He was
the
like
thing.
Joe Lenardi's freaking in the pocket of the NCAA.
Yeah, he's like, what a stooge. He's like, I think he called him a stooge. He was like, this guy's a stooge for the selection committee. It's like,
Yeah, that's the point.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Jerry Palm does what he wants. Well, basically what he wants to happen, but Lenardi does what he thinks is actually gonna. I don't think DeCourcy knows shit. I just think he got really lucky this time.
You think
well,
Jerry
the Fox
Palm's going to get
Sports one
fired?
was the best.
No, because Jerry
No.
Palm, he does everything. He does college football. He's a jack of all trades.
Yeah. Okay.
Master of none, which is why he sucks at predicting the bracket.
Exactly.
Two red hot teams. We got Iowa and Richmond.
Um,
I don't know if Richmond's a red hot team, but
I
they won
just
their conference tournament.
I've been high on Richmond the last 2 years as I've been vocal about them on the podcast, but they've let me down both years. And I'm just waiting for it to happen this year, so I'll go with Iowa.
Yeah, I definitely like Iowa here.
I like Iowa also. And last vote goes to Iowa. Iowa wins with an 8. They're going to absolutely blow the doors off of Richmond.
I mean, I don't think people understand how impressive Iowa's offense has been recently. I mean, they scored 112 points in the Big Ten tournament. That's insane.
Okay. Georgia State and Gonzaga.
Yeah, I'll go with Gonzaga.
Gonzaga.
They don't have an RJ Hunter this year. Georgia State.
Yeah, I'll take Gonzaga. Gonzaga wins with a 45.
All right. Marquette, North Carolina.
This is another game I've gone back and forth on, but I'm gonna go with North Carolina.
I think North Carolina wins a very close game.
North Carolina.
Should we
They're
give
the higher
Alex's
seed
vote to
also,
Marquette?
right? What?
Should we give Alex's vote to Marquette to give him a chance? That's a.
Are we just gonna,
8-9
are we just
matchup.
gonna change the way we're doing things in the middle?
No,
I
we
mean,
can't
it doesn't
change it.
matter. I don't really care.
UNC wins with an 11. It's
So it wouldn't have mattered.
not gonna
Okay.
be close.
We have UConn and New Mexico State.
I would be shocked if New Mexico State pulls an upset. I feel like no one's really talking about them. And UConn has kind of been up and down this year. But I like UConn.
I'm going to take New Mexico State. UConn, I'm just going to use Mike's argument here. I don't usually use it, but UConn just poured all of their energy into a Big East tournament that they haven't been able to experience with fans in a long time. New Mexico State wins. They've had a great year.
UConn. UConn wins.
Okay. St. Peter's and Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Hold on.
You going with St.
Yeah.
Peter's?
No, I'm just getting it set up. 0. Yep. Kentucky. And with a 98, St. Peter's wins.
Are you serious? Wow. First upset.
First big upset of the tournament with John Calipari out of the first round.
Yeah, but he doesn't care. That just gives his players more time to get ready for the NBA draft.
Exactly.
So St. Peter's on to the second round.
Jesus.
All right. St. Mary's in Indiana.
I'm going to take St. Mary's.
St. Mary's.
I like Indiana, to be honest with you. I like the matchup. I don't think St. Mary's is that good. I think Indiana's a hot team right now.
Yeah, but that doesn't correlate. I don't think that actually correlates.
Yep, St. Mary's wins.
Okay. Creighton, San Diego State.
Speaking of hot teams, Creighton's been pretty hot, but I'm going to go San Diego State.
Yeah, Creighton's been undervalued all year. They've beaten
Creighton's
teams.
I feel like Creighton's like Rutgers this year, where both of their metrics aren't great, but they have some really good wins, and they've had really good games where they've played really well.
Yeah, they both had some bad losses out of conference. San Diego State, I have no idea how they're an 8 seed or how they're high in any metrics. They're terrible. I'm taking Creighton.
I'm going to take San Diego State. Defensively, I think they're really good. Good coach. Except for against Syracuse last year, that was bad. But San Diego State's the higher seed. And Creighton wins with a 92.
All right. Vermont and Arkansas.
People have been talking about Vermont pulling the upset a lot, which makes me think they won't. I'm going to take Arkansas. The muscle bust or whatever the hell they're calling it.
Yeah, tough matchup for Vermont. I'm going to take Arkansas.
Yeah, I feel like Vermont gets screwed every year. For
I
these
feel like this is a good
matchups.
matchup for Vermont.
No, I would like to see them get like Houston or something.
But yeah, but Houston sucks.
Maybe even St.
Exactly.
Mary's.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Arkansas also. Arkansas wins.
Okay, San Francisco and Murray State.
This is I hate the committee for putting these two teams together, but I'm gonna have to take San Francisco. They're one of my teams at the end of the year. I'm gonna have to stick with them.
Yeah, San Francisco is straight up better than Murray State. Murray State is overseeded here at 7. I'm going to take San Francisco.
Murray State's better. I'm gonna take Murray State. It's gonna be a close
What's
game
the line
though.
on this game? Last time I checked, it was like San Francisco -1 or something like that.
Murray State -1.
Murray State's the higher seed. And Murray State moves on with a 21.
They're on to play St. Peter's.
A great match. Well, I guess it would have been a great matchup either way.
Kentucky. We haven't had any other upsets. Jesus.
All
Well,
right.
the Michigan one.
Yeah, Michigan, that's true. UCLA and Akron.
UCLA.
Yeah, I'm taking Akron. This is I'm not final on this and what my bracket's going to be, but if I had to pick a pick right now, I'm taking Akron.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a close game, but UCLA is gonna win. All right. And UCLA wins with a 68.
Okay. Last game of the first day is Kansas and Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take Kansas. Hoping for Texas A&M Corpus Christi matchup. The Kansas curse. The Kansas curse.
I'm gonna go ahead and take Kansas as well.
You know what? For the sake of the bracket, I'm taking Corpus Christi. No, just kidding.
Jesus Christ.
I'm taking Kansas. And Kansas wins.
Oh,
Damn it.
10%
All right.
chance.
Friday games. First game, Loyola Chicago and Ohio State.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. We got absolutely screwed by the committee. It's in Pittsburgh, home game. We should get Kyle Young back. I'll take Ohio State.
Yeah, Loyola Chicago's a better team and Ohio State's fading. So allow them to take Loyola.
Yeah, I've thought about this game actually. You know, I feel like Loyola is just too easy of a pick, to be honest with you. Usually Holtman wins a game in the tournament that he's not supposed to, it seems like. Maybe that was one year, but I'm gonna take Ohio State. They're the higher seed also, so. Oh, Loyola Chicago wins with a 99.
All right. We got Jacksonville State and Auburn.
I'll take Auburn.
Auburn.
Out of all
Auburn.
I feel like out of all the 215 matchups, I could have an upset. This one was 10 times more likely than St. Peter's one.
Auburn wins.
Okay. Montana State and Texas Tech.
Yeah, I'll take Texas Tech. Best defensive team in the tournament.
Texas Tech.
Yeah, we know how Montana teams do in the tournament. Take Texas Tech.
I'm
And Texas
surprised.
Tech wins.
I'm surprised Michigan didn't play well enough this year to get a higher seed to play Montana State, as they love playing the Montana teams.
Exactly.
All right. Yale and Purdue.
I'll take Purdue.
Yale's going to give them a scare, but I'll take Purdue.
No, they're not. Yale sucks.
Yeah, well,
They're
Purdue sucks.
drastically overseeded.
I'm gonna take Purdue. Purdue wins.
Okay. Delaware and Villanova.
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 Is this a rivalry game?
I don't think so.
The border war between Philadelphia and Delaware? Well, I guess Philly's on New Jersey, but it's close enough.
I'm going to take Villanova.
Yeah, I'll take Villanova. And Villanova wins.
Okay. Miami and USC. Interesting game.
I've actually thought about this game a lot, like Mike has been saying, because I feel like both these teams underachieved this year. I think USC is the better team. I think Miami matches up well with them, but I'm gonna go with USC.
Yeah, this is a game I've gone back and forth with as well. I don't have a final pick for my bracket yet, but as of now, I'll take USC.
Yeah, you both, what did Luke take again? Wasn't
USC.
paying attention.
USC.
You both took USC. I'm also gonna take USC. USC wins.
Okay. Next game we have Alabama and Rutgers.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Alabama.
I'm taking Rutgers. Alabama sucks, and they have first round upset written all over them.
I think Rutgers mucks the game up. Yeah, I'm gonna take Rutgers. And Bama gets the vote, and Bama wins. With a
Okay.
9. It's not gonna be very close.
Virginia Tech and Texas. A lot of people have been talking about this game.
I truly do like Virginia Tech. I think they have a good team when it comes to a tournament format. Not because Marcus Carr sucks and blows.
I'm going to take Texas. Virginia Tech is a fraud, and there's one of those teams that gets lucky in their conference tournament and loses in the first round.
Yeah, I just think Virginia Tech's the better team. And the final vote goes to Texas. And Virginia Tech moves on with a 71.
Wow. All right, Chattanooga and Illinois.
Illinois, this is an interesting matchup for Illinois because if they can get out of this game, I think they have a decent run. Relatively decent run to the Sweet 16 and even the Elite Eight. But I think Chattanooga's a very well coached team out of the SoCon. I'll go with this is the one upset I've been trying to pick, so I'll go with Chattanooga.
I'm going to take Illinois close.
I'm gonna take Illinois big. I don't think this Chattanooga team's that good, to be honest with you. Watched them in the conference tournament. They're decent, but they're not great. I think Illinois will overwhelm them. Final vote goes to Illinois, and Illinois wins.
All right. Cal State, Fullerton, and Duke.
Yeah, I'll take Duke.
Duke.
This is gonna be one of those games where you look up and Cal State Fullerton's up 10 with 3 minutes to go, and you wonder what the hell happened. And then Duke will come all the way back and win.
An
And Duke
interesting
wins.
theory.
Okay. Iowa State and LSU. Snooze fest.
Yeah, this is gonna be a snooze fest. LSU doesn't have its coach. Iowa State's been horrible since pretty
Yeah,
much
because we watch
January.
college basketball for the coach.
Well, I'm not saying I watch for the coach. I'm just saying that not having your coach has
No,
an
we do.
impact.
I watch college basketball for the coach.
All right. Well, this losing Will Wade might help him since he's apparently just a massive dick.
Yeah, he is a
Um,
dick. Have you seen him on the sideline?
I'll take
He's an absolute dick.
I'll take LSU.
I'll take LSU in a close one.
I'm gonna take Iowa State. It's just dream season. They'll. I don't think they're that much worse than LSU, and I think
Well,
LSU's
LSU's had a tough
problems.
second half of the season too.
Yeah. Vote goes to LSU, and Iowa State with an 83 gets the win.
Excellent. All right, another one
I
seed
actually think the bracket's been pretty decent so far.
other than St. Peter's.
Yeah, but you have to have a wild upset. There's always a wild upset every year that no one seems coming.
And that would be one of the biggest. Never seen that coming. I've ever seen.
I mean,
that's
Michigan State,
insane.
Middle Tennessee was pretty. I've never seen that coming.
No, that in hindsight,
No,
were-
Michigan State was
no,
a
in
championship
hindsight,
pick for
they were
everybody.
they were a nightmare matchup with what they could do. We didn't have a 4-man that could guard them. And they made every shot, which didn't help.
All
Like
right,
you could not have had a worse matchup. Like they could have put us against a Montana type team. We would have won by 20. But no, they put us against a team that Michigan never faces a team like that in the first round ever.
All right, Arizona and Wright State.
Arizona.
Arizona.
Arizona wins.
Okay. UAB and Houston.
See, this is the problem I've been having with this Chattanooga game too. Is that I don't think UAB and Chattanooga will win, but they're my two upset picks, and I don't like them being next to each other. So I'll go with UAB.
I'm definitely taking UAB here.
I'm going to take Houston. And UAB wins with a 75.
All right. Davidson and Michigan State, a 9:40 tip.
Yeah, I'll go with
Fire,
Michigan.
fire whoever decided to have a 9:40 tip in the Eastern time zone.
We're in the West
I'll
region,
go.
so
I don't care.
I'll go with Michigan State.
I'm gonna take Davidson, the Foster Lawyer revenge game.
Yeah, but he sucks when on the same court as Tom Izzo. Except if Chris Holtman's on the court.
I haven't thought about it that way.
Oh, you're just gonna get in his head.
I think it's a bad matchup for Davidson, to be honest with you. Davidson's never seen a decent defense this year. At least a defense that's Big Ten level.
There's a reason why Foster Lawyer couldn't play at Michigan State. It's because he's 5'11".
Because he couldn't dribble against Big Ten competition. I'm going to take Michigan State. And Michigan State wins with a 52 out of 100.
Rigged.
It's actually a 90 and Davidson won, but I'm not going to tell you that.
All right, we got 2 games left here. We'll go to Colgate and Wisconsin.
This is an interesting matchup because Wisconsin. Yeah, it is.
You're telling me there's
Wisconsin's-
later games than 9:40 p.m.?
Yeah.
Yes,
Jesus
they always show
Christ.
one at like 10 o'clock, 10:40 or something, 11:20 maybe.
It's 9:50 and 9:57.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's not that much later.
because Colgate is a really good team. They're really well grounded offensively. They slow the game down. They gave Arkansas trouble last year. And Wisconsin, Wisconsin's a better version of Providence, but like Providence, they've played a ton of close games this year. I don't have a ton of confidence in them. I'll go with Colgate.
Oh God. Colgate should be a 16. They are severely overseeded. They were
No,
projected.
how can you say that?
They were projected 16 in all the brackets, and now they're all of a sudden a 14. And Wisconsin, really good team. Wisconsin's going to win.
I think every game Wisconsin plays in this tournament is going to be close. Same with if Providence moves on past the first round, including the first round, every game that they'll play is going to be close.
Colgate has 5 guys that average double-digit points.
Right? They play in one of the worst league in the country.
Oh, St. Peter's plays in the worst league in the country.
Well, they beat.
I'm gonna
Kentucky,
take-
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Wisconsin. And Wisconsin wins pretty comfortably. 19 out of 100.
Okay. Last game is TCU and Seton Hall.
This is another snooze fest.
Yeah, I'll take TCU.
I think both of these teams are underseeded. Seton Hall, both these teams have been red hot to close the season. I just like Seton Hall's talent more. I'll take Seton Hall.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's taking Seton Hall. I know Luke took TCU, but I feel like everybody's taking Seton Hall. I think TCU is going to pull it out. They have the best coach in Big East history.
That's right.
He does. So I'm
He's
going
going to increase his winning percentage in Big East games, Mike.
Exactly. Going to go ahead and take Jamie Dixon. And Seton Hall's the 8, right?
Yeah.
All right. So very even matchup, and Seton Hall wins with an 11 out of 100. It's going to be a pretty comfortable win for Seton Hall.
All right. I guess we'll just go right down the list here. Each region to the round of 32. We'll start with Gonzaga.
No, gotta find out the TV schedule for that too.
Gonzaga and Boise State.
Gonzaga.
Gonzaga.
Yeah, I feel bad for that 8-9 game. Even Memphis got kind of screwed. I mean, Gonzaga just doesn't lose until the Sweet 16 anymore. So yeah, Gonzaga. And Gonzaga wins. A 2 out of 100. They're gonna win by 50.
All right. If this matchup happens, it'll be a good one. UConn and Arkansas.
Yeah, I'd love to see this matchup in football. This is a great football matchup.
Yes.
I'll go with Arkansas.
Yeah, I like Arkansas here too. Not bought into UConn.
Yeah, you've picked against the Big East team 2 straight rounds.
Well, I don't like UConn.
Well, they're a fake Big East.
Yeah,
team.
they're a fake new Big East team.
That's a good point.
First, they shouldn't have even been allowed to play in the Big East tournament. They should have had to go through their 4-year transition period.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I don't hate UConn. Arkansas, they've been playing really well. Besides the loss to A&M. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Arkansas also. So that means 4 votes for Arkansas. And with a 94 out of 100, UConn wins.
Good, that's what we need.
I feel like the upsets are happening in these other games.
Okay. Alabama, Texas Tech.
I'll take Texas Tech just because I think their defense is as much as I've hated on Texas Tech the last few weeks, I do think they're a good team, and I do think they're set up for a good tournament run.
Yeah, I definitely like Texas Tech here.
Yeah, I agree. I like Texas Tech. If Bama gets this far, yeah, I don't know. But I don't think they're gonna do much in this game. And Texas Tech wins.
All right, a matchup we've seen before in the tournament: Michigan State and Duke.
Yeah, this is a
I'm-
yearly tradition.
I'm gonna take Duke. I think Duke could be one of the top. I mean, obviously Kentucky lost to St. Peter, but I think Duke could be the high seed that loses early.
Yeah, if this matchup happens, Michigan State's winning. I'm taking Michigan State.
Yeah, I feel like Duke's gonna do one of 2 things. They're either gonna go
What
to
was
the
the
Final
score to the game
Four,
earlier
they're
this
gonna-
year?
Michigan State played Kansas.
Oh, I thought they played it. Do they not play them every year in that Champions Classic shit?
It rotates. Which is ridiculous. We shouldn't be in that, but that's a conversation for another time. I've listen, Duke doesn't play defense, but I don't feel like Michigan State's the team that's gonna take advantage of that. So I think Duke just is a little better. So I'm gonna take Duke. And Duke wins.
Okay, Arizona, Seton Hall.
Arizona.
Arizona.
Arizona wins.
UAB and Illinois.
Illinois.
Yeah, I have UAB to the Sweet 16 in my bracket. There's always a double-digit seed that does that, so I'm going to take them.
Yeah, I hate that mindset, but whatever. I think Illinois is out to prove something. There's a reason why they didn't really take the conference tournament seriously. I think their entire focus is on this tournament. I think they're going to at least get to the Sweet 16. I'm going to take Illinois. And Illinois wins.
Rematch, Arizona and Illinois. All right, next game, Michigan and Tennessee.
Tennessee, but I wouldn't be shocked if they lost. People are too high on Tennessee.
Tennessee and the total score will be under 100.
I'm going to take Michigan because Tennessee chokes every year. I mean, Rick Barnes has even gotten to an Elite Eight there. He never got to the Final Four at Texas. So, yeah. And listen, I can't get that Oregon State taste out of my mouth from last year. That embarrassing performance in the tournament for them. I'm going to take Michigan. I think they blow them out too. And Tennessee gets the last vote. And Tennessee wins. Thank God.
Okay, Loyola Chicago and Villanova.
Yeah, let's not forget that Loyola Chicago lost to Michigan State earlier this year. So I'm going with Villanova.
Yeah, well, they should have won.
Villanova.
Loyola Chicago, they're the better team. And Loyola Chicago wins with a 93.
Oh, that's a little rematch too, a few years ago.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm pretty sure I have Illinois and Loyola Chicago in every fucking bracket that I've made so far. So
nice.
even though on this podcast I picked Ohio State to win, but
Baylor,
the
North
Jet, I
Carolina.
know
Go
the
ahead.
Jet probably has that.
Oh. Yeah, the Jet probably has Illinois ahead of Arizona.
The Jet probably has Illinois making the Final Four. Yes,
Okay.
actually the championship game. Pretty sure.
Baylor or North Carolina.
I'll take Baylor.
I like Baylor.
Yeah, this is another upset pick for me. I think Baylor's, they've got some injuries. Is Cryer going to play? A couple questions there. And, for Baylor, they just, they're really good, but they're not nearly as good as they were early in the year just because of those injuries and, they just aren't playing as well. So and North Carolina's playing well. I know they lost Virginia Tech, but Virginia Tech's the hottest team in the country right now, besides maybe Iowa. So I'm going to take North Carolina here. Hubert Davis, man.
I'm gonna tell you, yeah, well, I already picked. Never mind.
Yeah, North Carolina wins with an 83.
Oh God. All right, St. Mary's, UCLA.
Have they played this year?
No.
Don't believe so.
I'm gonna go with UCLA. The magic of Mick Cronin.
I'm gonna take St. Mary's.
I'm going to take UCLA. I don't really. St. Mary's, I think, is a little overseeded for how power ratings wise how good they are, and UCLA is a little lower seeded than I think how good they are. So I'm going to take UCLA, and UCLA gets the last vote, and UCLA wins with 55 out of 100.
Okay, Virginia Tech and Purdue.
I'm gonna take Virginia Tech. I think Purdue sucks.
Yeah, I'll take Virginia Tech as well.
I mean, we got to think a matchup here. I mean, Virginia Tech's going to have trouble guarding, but I think they have a really good coach. I think Mike Young's underrated, and Purdue doesn't play defense. So I actually agree. I'm going to take Virginia Tech here, and the vote goes to Purdue, and Virginia Tech wins.
Okay. We got Murray State.
That would be an embarrassment for Purdue. This is supposed to be their dream season.
We got Murray State and St. Peter's.
Yeah, I'll take Murray State.
Yeah, I mean, if St. Peter's can beat Kentucky, they can beat Murray State. I'll take St. Peter's.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
One way to look at it. I'm going to take Murray State. And Murray State wins with a 2 out of 100. That means it's going to be an absolute blowout.
Tough break.
I don't think that's how it works, but we can.
Yeah,
act
that
like
is
it.
how it works, Luke.
Okay. Kansas and Creighton.
I'll take Kansas.
Yeah,
I've gone
tough
back and forth
matchup.
on this, but I think Kansas is the pick right now.
Yeah, Kansas has always been the pick. I don't even like Kansas, but I know they're better than that fraudulent team from Omaha. Give me a break. And with a 96 out of 100, Creighton moves on.
Wow.
I mean, listen, if there was a 1 seed, if there were 2 1 seeds to lose early,
Yeah, that's true.
it'd be those two.
All right. This game could have a chance to be the game of the round of 32. That's Iowa Providence.
Yeah, Iowa's gonna win by about 78.
Yeah, I would take Providence here. I don't think that's a great matchup really for Iowa. You look at what Providence brings on the defensive end with Justin Minaya. He can guard Murray. And they don't really have anybody to stop Nate Watson inside. I would take Providence.
Yeah, they do.
No. Flip
Put Chris Murray on him.
No.
Chris Murray's a tank. I'm going to take Iowa. I think they're playing a little bit better than Providence right now.
Providence gets the extra vote.
Yep, but Iowa wins with a 68.
If Providence moved on to play Creighton, I would have. I don't know what I would have done.
That would have been a great
Probably-
game.
I probably would have
that
picked
would've been
Kofi to take both
embarrassment.
teams out. A&M is the replacement team.
Okay. Iowa State and Wisconsin.
This, if Iowa Providence is the best game, this would be the worst game. And I'll go with Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Okay, 2 Wisconsin picks, 1 Iowa State pick.
Oh my gosh.
Iowa State, listen, this is the Big Ten revenge game for these, half the roster in Iowa State is former Big Ten players.
Give me a break.
I think Iowa State, listen, they play hard, they play tough defense. Wisconsin has proven that they can lose these type of games, these slug out
The
games.
total on this game would have to be like 80.
Yeah, it'd be very low. I don't think Wisconsin is gonna be able to post it up very much. I mean, they don't really do it anyway. Yeah, I like Iowa State here. I really do. Last vote goes to Wisconsin and Wisconsin wins with a 12. So it's gonna be a pretty easy Wisconsin win.
That's how. All right. USC.
When we have to pick our final score, that's what's gonna determine what it is in
Yeah.
the championship game.
USC and Auburn.
I think this could definitely be an upset. I think USC is underseeded, and I think Auburn chokes down the stretch, but I'm going to go with Auburn.
Yeah, I would take Auburn a blowout here.
I like USC. Talent wise, I think they match up very well. And I just don't like the way Auburn's been playing lately. And I don't think they're very good in a lot of spots. So I'm going to take USC here. And you got to give Enfield credit. I mean, I swear to God, USC always goes pretty far in the tournament. It seems like, they don't usually, when they make it there, they don't usually lose early. So last pick goes to Auburn. And USC wins with an 89.
All right. That's an interesting bottom half of the
Yeah,
bracket.
the bottom of the bracket is unreal.
Okay, let's go back to the top where things are.
Or
somewhat
it actually seems legit.
We'll start with Gonzaga.
I mean, besides the St. Peter's pick, all this stuff could happen. There hasn't been something ridiculous besides that.
Iowa beating Providence is pretty ridiculous.
Oh, give me a fucking break. Are you kidding me?
Gonzaga, UConn.
I'll take Gonzaga.
Gonzaga.
Yeah, I'm going to take Gonzaga also, but I feel like UConn matches up decently well against Gonzaga. But I'm going to take Gonzaga. Gonzaga wins.
Texas Tech and Duke.
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech for sure.
No, I think Texas Tech's overrated, to be honest with you. I mean, they've been well coached, but I think Duke's going to overwhelm them. I'm going to take Duke here. And Duke's the higher seed, which might be a little controversial, but ooh, Duke wins with a 52. It's going to be very close. It's going to be very close.
Okay, Arizona and Illinois.
It's going to be a last-second shot.
Is it going to be a 2 or a 3, Mike? If it's a 52, that means it must be a 2, right? A 2-pointer.
Yeah, it was tied, and they got the buzzer. Yeah.
I like Illinois, to be honest with you.
Oh God. Arizona.
I don't like Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona's that team that I just don't really believe in that much. I haven't really believed in.
There's a reason they started the
believed
year
in a whole lot.
unranked.
Yeah, there was a reason why they were picked tied for 4th in the preseason along with Oregon State. I mean, they're basically Oregon State. They went 3-28 this year. So I'm going to take Illinois. These two teams played earlier, and I think Illinois, I think they actually match up very well talent-wise. So yeah, I'm going to take Illinois. And the final vote goes to Arizona. And Illinois wins with a 67.
Tennessee and Loyola Chicago.
I'll take Tennessee.
Tennessee.
I think Tennessee's the better team, but they choke. So I'm going to go ahead and take Loyola Chicago here. And with a 99, Loyola Chicago wins.
Unbelievable. You have gotten everything you've wanted.
This looks eerily similar to my bracket.
Okay, North Carolina and UCLA.
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 Yeah, I think the Magic ends for North Carolina here in the Sweet 16. Oops. Oh no, I did it right. I did it right. Yeah, UCLA wins with 1 out of 100. This is going to be a historic blowout.
Okay, Virginia Tech and Murray State.
What a game.
Yeah, I don't know. For Murray State.
Virginia Tech in a blowout.
Yeah, I like Virginia Tech. Higher seed is Murray State. Virginia Tech wins with a 79.
All right,
Virginia
Creighton,
Tech to the Elite Eight.
Creighton and Iowa.
Iowa.
Don't even do it.
Yeah,
Hasn't
I mean,
Iowa been your team in the Big Ten all year?
Iowa was my team last year. They're not my. I don't like Iowa this year. I still
My
don't like
bad.
Iowa
This is-
this year.
This Iowa's my team this year.
I am gonna go with the Blue Jays.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna go with Iowa. And they're their higher seed. Iowa wins with a 58.
All right, Wisconsin.
Run away
and,
with it at the end on free throws.
Wisconsin
I'll
and
take,
USC.
Yeah, I'll take USC.
I like Wisconsin for sure.
One Wisconsin, one USC pick so far.
Yeah.
I think USC just, we've seen in the past, Wisconsin doesn't match up well with athletic teams.
Except
And,
when they just beat Purdue to win the Big Ten a couple weeks
No,
ago.
no, not in the Big Ten. In the Big Ten, they match up pretty well because they know who they're playing. But when they played Oregon a couple years ago in the tournament, they just got overwhelmed by Oregon's athleticism. Same thing's going to happen here. I'm going to take USC. And Wisconsin wins with a 12 out of 100. It's going to be a
They're gonna blow
relatively
'em out again.
comfortable win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Elite Eight. Gonzaga and Duke.
Gonzaga.
Gonzaga.
I'm all over the Coach K storyline by now.
No, he's
Duke is
passing
gonna-
the torch to Mark Few.
Duke is going to win because they're hot
They're not
by,
hot.
by this time. Yeah, they are. They beat Michigan State.
They've
Wow.
won 3 games in a row.
Exactly. Last vote goes to Gonzaga, and Gonzaga wins.
Let's go. Okay. Illinois and Loyola Chicago.
Yeah, I'll take
Wow, what
Illinois.
a game!
I guess I will take Illinois.
Rivalry game, in-state rivalry game.
Yeah, I got Illinois also, and Illinois wins 61. I wanted Loyola Chicago to win with like a 99 again.
Another 99, back-to-back 99 for Loyola Chicago.
All right. UCLA and Virginia Tech.
Yeah, I'll take
What a game.
UCLA.
I'm gonna go with Virginia Tech. They didn't come this far to lose.
UCLA. I think they're just the better team. And Virginia Tech wins with a 96.
Let's go.
Jesus Christ.
Mike Young is a Final Four coach.
All right, one more Final Four team, and it's a Big Ten matchup: Iowa and Wisconsin.
See, this is why the Big Ten never wins every year, because their teams always match up in the Elite Eight, and then they're going to match up in the Final Four.
Or their teams are all out by the first weekend, except for one, like last year.
No, ridiculous. They better if this happens, they better bring Florida Rosedale Trophy down from the football team and play for it on this game. I'm going to take Iowa.
Wisconsin.
How these teams play in the regular season?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I like Iowa here. I just think they're the better team. All right, this is even 50-50 split here. Who's gonna win?
Wisconsin won in January.
Wisconsin wins with 11. out of
Just
100.
like all season, Wisconsin's getting lucky.
Yeah.
Okay. Gonzaga and Virginia Tech in the Final Four.
Jesus Christ. This is like when they
I'll
played
take-
South Carolina a few years ago.
I'll take Gonzaga.
Gonzaga.
Yeah, this is a tough matchup for Virginia Tech.
Really?
I'm gonna take Gonzaga.
Okay,
Oh,
Gonzaga. Is
Gonzaga
off to
wins
the
with
championship.
they won, but they only won with an 89. Man,
Wow.
really close game. Must have been a buzzer beater. Another half-court buzzer beater.
Well, actually, Mike. Actually, Wisconsin, Virginia Tech missed the game-winning shot
Ooh,
because it's under.
Storm Murphy misses the game-winning three.
Okay. Illinois and Wisconsin, another Big Ten matchup.
Yeah, I'll take Illinois.
I'm taking Wisconsin.
Yeah, Illinois is the better team. All right. Wisconsin's
Who's the higher
higher
seed?
seed. Wisconsin's a 3. Illinois wins.
Illinois beat them earlier in the year.
Gonzaga and Illinois is the title game that the Big Four podcast simulations come up with. So who do you have winning? This is the matchup.
God. Gonzaga.
Yeah, Gonzaga.
Listen, Illinois didn't
Do it,
come this
Mike.
far to lose.
Yeah, do it.
I'm taking Illinois. The final vote goes to Gonzaga. Ooh, with a 38 Gonzaga win. So it's going to be a 11-point win.
11
Gonzaga's
point
doing
win.
pretty
Okay, so let's
comfortably.
put that in here.
It's going to be like, 75 to 64. I don't know. It's probably going to be higher scoring than that.
86 to 75.
Cockburn fouls out.
Is that what your simulation projected?
Yeah, because it landed on 38. 8 means that that Cockburn's going to foul out whenever it lands on 8.
All right, so the Big Four bracket simulation has taken Gonzaga, Virginia Tech, Illinois, and Wisconsin in the Final Four, and Gonzaga to win it over
It's not
Illinois.
as bad as Vermont winning the whole thing.
No,
so.
not quite. Okay. Anything else before we depart?
Big Ten got
Yeah,
screwed again the way the bracket shaped up.
Yeah, when are we going to be doing the NIT simulation?
I only want to do the WNIT one with Maine.
Well, we have to do
Yeah,
the
actually.
women's simulation too to be fair, because we're
Yeah.
an equal opportunity podcast.
Exactly. Let's get that up.
All right, we'll be doing that tomorrow, so look out for that.
Perfect.
Other than that, that's gonna do it for the Big Four podcast. Thank you for listening.